Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk to you about what getting in shape taught me about women. Now, this video is going to be a little bit focused on how getting in shape changed my dating life, and hopefully you get some good things out of this. So I wanted to talk about three things in particular that I noticed firsthand experience. And again, these are all things that before I lost a bunch of weight, I would hear on these kinds of videos, and I really didn't believe it. I always thought these guys that were on YouTube were just lying until I experienced it for myself. But now that I've gone through that process and experienced it for myself, I know that it is true. Okay. So the first thing is you're going to see women noticing you a lot more. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me just tell you first off, guys, if a woman doesn't want to look at you, trust me, she will find any reason not to look at you. She'll walk right by you without even glancing in your direction. If you're walking, down the street, crossing paths or whatever, in restaurants, in stores or whatever, trust me. And, I know because I was ignored, virtually ignored before I lost a bunch of weight. So I know this to be true. So you'll see women noticing you. They'll kind of glance in your direction a couple times or just smile at you for no reason. And at first, if you're coming from somebody that like me that was overweight, at first you know kind of looking back, you're like, is she looking at me or is she looking at somebody else? Or maybe she's just being nice. But how many times do you hear women say, just because I'm nice to you doesn't mean I'm into you? I've heard that before. I'm sure some of you have heard that too. But yeah, you'll notice women noticing you. In fact, I remember I do deliveries after work. I drive for DoorDash. So I do deliveries after work. That's my main job. And I remember I had gone into this store and I was waiting to pick up the order for it to be ready. And I noticed there's a group of three girls that are standing off to the side from me. And I kid you not, I see one, I look over and one of these girls is looking me up and down, not once, but twice. So trust me, it is going to happen. When you get to be in shape, it's going to happen. So it's going to take time for you to your mind to kind of catch up with your physique. You're going to make every excuse in the book like, oh, she's just being nice, or, maybe she's looking at somebody else or whatnot. So, and it's a new experience, and until you get used to it, you're gonna kind of think that way. So that's number one. You're gonna see women. You're gonna notice women noticing you. Number two is women will absolutely shoot their shot with you. So I've had times when I've been at the gym, when I've been out, just kind of hanging with some friends of mine, that I've had women come up to me. And there's some things I can't say on YouTube because I don't want to, upset any of the YouTube, algorithm and stuff. But they'll absolutely shoot their shot and more with you. It really is amazing. And it's just something you have to kind of experience to believe. You think, I mean, gentle when I say this, and you think women are kind of just these innocent people. No, that is not the case. I promise you that. Not the case. Not that they're bad people, but they'll definitely shoot their shot with you, and they'll do a lot more as well, like with you. Just haven't met you too. Um, so that's number two. They're gonna shoot their shot with you. Number three is number three is women are gonna overlook a lot more things with you. And what I mean by that is you're gonna, men and women, whoever they're with, they're gonna want to get some kind of value out of the person they're with. That's just how it is. That's just human nature, I think. So men are looking to get something out of women, women are looking to get something out of men, and that's not a bad thing. That's just how it is. And that's fine. So when you're out of shape, what I've learned, the woman is going to want to provide some kind of benefit to her. Usually that's in the form of paying for things, um, doing things for her. And when you're in shape, that benefit, that value is going to be your physique. Like it or not, that's just how it is. Women like men's physiques just like men like women's physiques. So when you're in shape as a man, that's the value you're going to be providing her. That's the benefit you're going to be providing her, being with the man who's in shape. So getting back to point number 3 of them overlooking a lot of stuff, if you don't necessarily text them back all the time, or forget to text back, or you're busy and you just put it off till later, they'll hit you up again. And you know, if you have a certain physique and you do that, she'll just move on to the next person. But she'll tend to let that go if you're in shape. And that's happened to me. I don't do it on purpose, but sometimes I just get so busy that I'm not able to respond as fast as, they would like to. And they'll even then, the way I know this is they'll tell me that. They'll make a little joke about it, but they're kind of they're bothered a little bit by it, about I haven't heard from you in a while, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. But you'll say, oh yeah, I got caught up and with whatever, and just be, don't lie to her, but just be honest, like, hey, I'm busy, I have these things going on, I haven't been able to get back to you, and then you go from there, and they'll usually, be okay with that. But yeah, they'll overlook a lot of things, not responding to you, or yeah, you not responding to them, via text or whatnot. Um, they'll even pick up the tab if you take them out on dates. I've had multiple women that will pay for the date or pay for their half right there on the spot. They'll they'll send me money through Apple Pay or whatever it is now they call it, to pay for their part of the meal. And that's something that a lot, like, especially nowadays, that's kind of a sore spot with men. But I promise you that it does happen, and it just happens to be a magical coincidence that it happens when the guys are in shape. So that's number 3. Yeah. So to recap, you'll notice women noticing you. Number 2 is women will definitely shoot their shot, and number 3, women will tend to let a lot of things go. And again, this is something that until I experienced it, I was just like, this is not true. This is just made up. It's just people saying all kinds of stuff on YouTube. But no, this is for real. But yeah, that's all I got for you. If you like these kinds of videos, comment. I got a lot more stories on this front. A few more specifics I can get into if you want to see this video. But if you wouldn't mind, if you enjoyed this video, got something out of it, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you next time.